everybody again. There's nothing short of a warm reception each and every time I've come out to this place. So give yourselves a hand. What I just need everybody's attention for a few minutes, because I need to explain something to all of you. For the past several months, I've had a lengthy absence from the ECPW after a brutal prison yard match winning the television title to a controversial stripping of that title in a contractual problem that I all of a sudden had at one point, to the aftermath that brings me here today. Joey and everybody here, the reason why I'm here today is that due to ongoing injury and ongoing health issues at this time, I'm here to abruptly, unexpectedly, and emotionally announce my retirement from in-ring competition here at ECPW. What I want everybody to know is that I have mulled every decision over, and I have dreaded coming here tonight, a place that I absolutely love, because I know what I had to do tonight, and I know how hard it was going to be. I have all my family and friends here, as they've always been, from day one. 12 years in the business, although it's not a lifetime, it was a lifetime to me. This event, this sport, and that's what it is, it's a sport. This sport has meant the world to me. This was my dream right now. I don't care what anyone else thought of it. I don't care if anybody liked it or disliked it. This was my dream. This was my wish since I was 5 years old, is to stand in the middle of a ring. And I've accomplished that dream. You guys have been the best fans that any performer in this ring could have ever asked for. That's all I ever wanted, was the admiration of the fans. I hope on a small scale I have gained that. Throughout my career, I have had the pleasure and the honor of being in this ring with Hall of Fame talents. They are here tonight, from Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Even being in the same building as them, my dream is accomplished. I'm going to wrap this up. I've said plenty of thank yous. Another thank you is to all the boys and girls in the back. Everybody on this roster who comes here week after week and they perform for you. They put their bodies, their emotions, their minds, their families aside, and they come out here to do exactly what they do, is to perform in the ring. Whether you like them or hate them, you have to at least respect them. It's not for everybody, and they put on the best show that anyone can do. This is an A+ organization from start to finish. And that brings me to the last thank you. If you may, Mr. Italy, Gino Caruso, please come into the ring. Let's hear it for Gino. Let's hear it for Gino Caruso. Gino, I'm going to make this brief. I know I'm at the end, and please bear with me. Again, this is as hard as anything as I've ever had to do. And when I said that before, I know you understand what I mean, dreading coming here tonight. This was, besides my family and friends, this was my second home. And if anybody that knows me knows that there's not a wrestling conversation that Tony Fiore is not involved in. And that's the truth. I absolutely love this place. And it broke my heart to come here tonight and have to deliver this news in front of everybody that supported me through these 12 years. What I want to say to you, Gino, is this. 12 years ago, I walked into the doors of ECPW. I was 20 years old and I was green as could be. And it was a long road ahead. It was a long road ahead. You are part of the reason I am in this ring tonight, from idolizing your ring work, to idolizing you as a businessman and a mentor to me. Although the other names have so much weight, Gino, we have had such a tight, close relationship. We have always been honest with each other, and it's coming from my heart right now, as honest as it could be. You have done more for me in this business by just believing in me. Through the injuries, through the time away, through the times I didn't think I was coming back at certain times. You said, get yourself together and get back where you belong, and that's what I did. Gino, I will forever be grateful, from the bottom of my heart, for letting a 5-year-old kid from Hoboken, New Jersey, reach a dream that everyone said was impossible. They said, you gotta be crazy. You can never do that. It'll never be accepted. You'll never make it. But I did, and I feel that I did. This is my Madison Square Garden right here. I want to thank everybody for supporting me. I love each and every one of you more than you'll ever know. It's going to be extremely hard for the weeks and months to come following this to not be a member of this ring anymore actively. It is breaking my heart as I stand here today. But I tell you this, Gino, Joey G, and the rest of the ECPW family, for everybody here and everybody in the back, if somebody was to ask me, Tony, you sure it was worth it? I'll have just one word for everybody. Forget about it! Thank you.
So this is going to be a real big test for him, going up against Craig Stagg tonight.
Very big test. He's faced Stagg once before in the ring during a tag team match. Let's see how he does in singles competition.
To be honest, I think one of Stagg's legs is about the size of Tony Vega, though. So that's it's going to be one hell of a mountain that he has to chop down right now.
That is true. Craig Stagg is one very big individual. Very powerful as well. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that power on display here in this match. We got to lock it up to drop.
Wow, right there.
He's immediately shoved off. Enough power to drop Craig Stagg's flag out of the ring. Tony Vega showing off some of his technical skill, getting a go behind. Oh, is caught in the lip for his trouble. Stagg just bringing the offense straight to Tony Vega, showing that power. Big press
huge
slam.
gorilla press slam.
Oh,
Stagg is just mean. He's an angry German.
big angry German. I don't think anyone can argue with that description. Whips off Tony Vega into the corner. Oh! Vega hit that buckle hard.
Very hard.
This goes to show that that ring itself can be a weapon if you use it correctly and if you have as much power as the German Menace.
Wow.
Big body slam, cover attempt, very.
Wow.
And he pulls Tony Vega up.
And, I mean, Vega probably still had enough to kick out, but that just really wasn't necessary. Stagg is just really playing with Vega right now, and it's going to be a big test to see how Vega can handle it.
Oh, big sunset. Oh! Big counter by Craig Stagg.
Wow.
I thought we were going to see a very athletic sunset flip there, but Stagg with the awareness to just fall back into it and land on top of Tony Vega.
Well, Stagg is a regular at the training facility as well, so he probably had that sunset flip scouted.
Oh, big forearm. Keeping Tony Vega grounded in the corner. Those kicks to the guts have to be vicious. Going again. Oh, big running elbow into the corner. He lifts him for a slam again. Tie him up in the tree of woe.
Oh, here we go. This is not a good predicament for Vega.
Not be good.
Oh, just throwing that massive thigh right into Vega's sternum.
Oh, Tony Vega's helpless here. Thank God he got fine taken down out of the corner there.
By referee Scott Volk, the assist.
Another arrogant cover.
Nonchalant. Come on, Vega, you gotta get some offense going.
He's got to try to build something up, but against the German Menace Craig Stagg, that's a little difficult, but he's starting to get something. With big kicks. Firing his way back into this reversal by Craig Stagg. Oh! Got his head ripped off by that clothesline from the German Menace.
Massive clothesline by Craig Stagg. Tony Vega, like I said, I talked him up before. He had all that potential. He still does have all the potential, but he's not. It doesn't seem like he could get a good offensive rhythm going against Craig Stagg. Wow, what a suplex by Stagg.
Suplex. Tony Vega's had a couple small flurries of offense, but nothing really substantial.
But he keeps fighting back.
Oh, a rake of the eyes with the boot. And again. You were right before. I believe Craig Stagg is just playing with him at this point.
That's what it seems like. I mean, to me, it looks like he could have had the win.
Almost 2 or 3 times at this point.
Yeah, possibly, but he's just a guy that wants to go out and deliver. Wow!
Missing that leg drop.
Nice move by Vega. Come on, kid.
This is Tony Vega's chance. He's got to turn it around right here.
I think he's got to get this crowd behind him.
Definitely has to get some energy.
Feed off that energy from the crowd. Either that or find a way to catch a second win somehow.
Stagg is up before Tony. He's on Tony Vega. Vega might have lost his chance. And baseball slide through. Tripping up those massive legs.
That's a feat. That's a feat in itself. That could be considered a moral victory. Just to get the big man off his feet. Vega going to the buckles.
Going pillar to post with the big German Menace.
There we go. Crowd getting behind this young kid, this rookie. As he's taking it to the German Menace.
Big shoulder tackle.
Could that be what it is?
I'm not sure that's going to be enough to keep him down, but he's going to... Oh!
Whoa! A
kick out with authority.
He almost threw him out of the ring with that one.
I mean, he got a near fall, but it was almost tossed off by the German Menace. And now Craig Stagg right back on the attack. Oh. Big knee to the gut in the corner. Stagg taking his time, being very deliberate, going for the pump handle here.
Scott Volkes is trying to tell Stagg.
Oh.
Wow, what a move.
1, 2, and 3. That's it.
That is all she wrote.
Tony Vega showed us why he has all that potential. Showed us those offensive flurries.
Wow.
But he was just...
But he also showed us that nothing beats experience.
This is going to be a very important match, very interesting matchup here with the Peacemaker taking on Punisher for the right to stay here in ECPW. Well, here comes one of the fastest rising stars and one of the most popular wrestlers here in ECPW, Punisher.
Yeah, no, I've said it before. I've called a few Punisher's matches. A man that big should not be able to move around like he's able to.
Oh, no. One of the most agile big men this business has ever seen.
He can fly with the best of them, and here we go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here we go.
I mean, there's a lot on the line in this match. The Peacemaker, just taking the
I don't even believe this match has even started yet.
I'm not sure it has.
Hey, but to be honest, it's kind of a smart move on the part of Peacemaker. You might not like it. It's not really the popular move, but...
When you're talking about a man's career, his job here in ECPW, there's a lot on the line in this match.
It could almost be seen as an act of desperation almost. Try to get the upper hand that way.
Be. Punisher has been...
There's that athleticism that we're talking about from the Punisher.
Punisher's been one of the biggest threats here in ECPW for a few months now. Big flying elbow in the corner.
Seems it tide has turned pretty much the Punisher's favor now. Peacemaker's the one reeling.
Just hitting him over and over again in that corner. Big drop kick.
Drop kick.
Just what you were saying. Doug DeVito on the...
Trust me, when Doug DeVito's out here, you will always know. He always lets his presence
low blow.
be known.
Referee didn't see it. Hey. Low blow from the Peacemaker. Like we were saying, you do anything to keep your job.
Yeah, absolutely. And these two work very well together. This hasn't been the first time Peacemaker's been out here with DeVito.
Now he's just choking. I mean, we've been saying anything to keep your job, but this is getting a little too brutal here. Oh, now just putting all of his weight.
That's a lot of weight on
massive frame of the Peacemaker.
It's a big man right on your larynx.
Okay, now we gotta watch out for Punisher here. Might have a crush line. Now he's choking him again on the ropes. There's only so much a human larynx can take before it shatters.
Not very much pressure is going to do it.
Again on the attack. At this point, this is a handicap match.
Yeah, almost.
Big slam from the Peacemaker.
And it really looks like the sneak attack by the Peacemaker earlier on in the match is really taking its toll on the Punisher right now.
Definitely, between being attacked on the outside and the continual attacks of Dr. Vito. Oh, this is the big splash.
Punisher looks like he's starting to feed off the crowd a little bit here.
Punisher looking to gain some energy from this ECPW crowd.
Oh, big shot.
Big shots. This is a brawl, and I would say you don't want to trade punches with Punisher, but you don't want to trade punches with Peacemaker either.
No, it's a pretty good, evenly matched match right now. Nice spine buster by the Peacemaker.
Punisher just caught, trying to show off even more of the athleticism we were talking about. Oh, just two. As you were saying, maybe a little bit of that anger, maybe a little bit of that desperation you were talking about, Matt, showing on the face of Peacemaker here.
Well, Min's job is on the line right now. You know, these guys, some of them have families. You know, everyone's got bills to pay.
Yeah.
And no one can really afford to be losing a job right now, and to be forced out, you know, not really something that you really want, obviously.
Big splash in the corner from the Peacemaker.
Do you think Peacemaker runs on Duncan?
Possibly. All right. Peacemaker's no slouch himself. Man's making that shouldn't be able to run that fast.
Yeah, Peacemaker former.
Oh! A spear off of the
that
second
could do
rope.
it.
And that's it. An amazing turnaround, amazing comeback from the Punisher with that spear off of the second rope. Amazing move, Matt.
It's incredible, and it just goes to show you the athleticism of this man, the Punisher, is just out of line. It's scary. What this also means, though, is I don't think we'll be seeing the Peacemaker around these parts much longer.
I can't imagine, unfortunately. Because like him or hate him, the Peacemaker was an incredible performer, incredible athlete here in ECPW.
Well, gonna have to go back to the correctional facility.
Quite possibly. And coming up next, fans, we have Enemies of the State versus Frankie Flo and Bandido Jr. for the tag team titles. Coming up next. There you go, sure as we said it, this crowd is energized the minute these two hit the curtain.
And the people love these guys, I'll tell you that.
One of the most popular teams, the most popular team in ECPW today.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why they're the champs. Work very well together.
We have people tango dancing in the audience right now.
Hey, see that? Look at that. I'm impressed. Kids got some good moves.
But they're in for one big challenge in the form of Enemies of the State.
The reason I think Flo and Bandido Jr. are like such a good team is that they complement each other very well. I mean, you got Frankie Flo, obviously, all the muscle and the power behind the team. Bandido is a guy who could just fly around, and he's got the speed.
The unpredictable offense.
So they have
Jr.
every portion of offense covered within that team. But Enemies of the State, like I said, work real well together as a team. Some people might not agree with the way that they do it, but they're definitely a formidable team, and this should be one heck of a match for our main event here in the ECPW arena.
One of the biggest threats to the ECPW tag team titles today. We start off with a lockup between Frankie Flo and John Slater, and John Slater just thrown off of that lockup.
And there's that strength I was talking about. Frankie Flo is not a dude. I would not be trying to lock up with Frankie Flo at all if I was John Slater.
Slater complaining about Frankie Flo pulling his hair, but
I wonder if he could use those spikes as like a weapon.
I mean, it's possible. Big body slam. Frankie Flo.
Wow.
Frankie
And here's
Flo,
some of
one
that
of the most
double
powerful
team.
men in this sport. Double team, what are we going to see here? Oh, big double hip toss from Frankie Flo and Bandido Jr. Bandido saying, I got him.
You know,
They're very confident in this match.
He did have him with that elbow right there. Oh, not a noogie, not a noogie.
Oh, pushed off into the corner, and Slater wants none of Bandido Jr. at all. Tags in Brandon Alpha.
This should be a nice, interesting matchup too. These guys pretty even in size. Both probably members of that.
Straight headlock from Brandon Alpha.
There you go.
His back drove shot off by Bandido Jr. Big shoulder tackle.
Drop down.
Leapfrog. Very athletic Bandido Jr. Ducks one. Oh, Hurricane Rana.
Nice head scissors there by Bandido Jr.
Oh.
Calls his name as he hits him. I like that.
Just the whip. Up and over from Bandido Jr. Deep
Nice
arm drag. Very impressive arm drag from Bandido Jr. See Brandon Alpha work his way up. Backs Bandido to the ropes.
Right there. Look at cheap move. Like I said, Enemy of the State, not somebody you wanna sleep on. They're a great team. They work real well together.
They will take any shortcut to win these coveted ECPW tag team titles.
And now they're doing what you need to do against a team like Flo and Bandido. You gotta cut the ring in half. And you know, they're playing it smart by keeping the smaller of the two between Flo and Bandido away from his tag team partner.
Bandido in the ring, the one that they can,
nice,
at least in their minds, keep a handle on. Big kick to the back, off the ropes.
Nice
Oh!
knee to the face by Slater.
Big knee shiver. Just a 1 count on that. And Bandido fighting back from his back. That just goes to show the heart and the passion in Bandido Jr.
Oh yeah, he's never gonna stop fighting. You're gonna have to take chops in the throat like Slater did right there in order to keep him down.
Big clothesline in the corner by Brandon Alpha.
Cutting that ring off, and that's exactly what Enemies of the State need to do if they want to bring home these tag team titles tonight.
4 big kicks to the head. Oh.
Covered by Alpha.
Just a 2 count. Once again, Bandido going right back to that fight. He just can't. He's showing that heart. He keeps trying to fight back. He just can't keep that offense sustained.
Here's another great, nice double team move.
Big elbow by Brandon Alpha. Another cover attempt.
Frankie Flo, he's like a caged animal over there. He really wants to get in, run some shop on these boys.
Frankie's trying to get these fans into it, trying to work Bandido Jr. back into this matchup.
Those knees look real painful.
John Slater, I'm sure you've been in that's got to be a punishing hold. One of the most basic holds. Still has to be one of the most punishing.
Oh, absolutely, especially when you put that knee right into the back of the spine like that. You get a different level of pressure, a lot of torque on the back and the neck.
Bandido fighting back. Is there a big sunset flip? Oh, 1 count. Oh!
Bandito calling Slater out again.
Once again using the Enemies of the State names as a battle cry, but ooh. Knocked down with a clothesline for a choke.
Oh, blatant choke.
Again. The ref doesn't see.
Cutting the ring off again. Keeping the smaller member of the team in their corner.
Well, they're trying to show right now that they are the biggest threat to the ECPW Tag Team titles.
Absolutely.
Right now, big double hip toss. Oh, and double fist drop.
Told you, these guys work real well as a team.
Ooh. Oh, another near fall from the Enemies of the State. Bandido has got to find a way to tag out here. Bring him up. Headbutt from Brandon Alpha. Some unorthodox offense from the Enemies of the State here. Frankie once again trying to get these fans, trying to get Bandido Jr. back into this matchup. Oh!
Big kick.
Bandido kicked out of the ring by Brandon Alpha, but I can't imagine this is where they want.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, maybe this is where they want Bandido.
Oh,
Breaking!
Bandido ended up right in the lap of the front row here in the ECPW arena.
Getting thrown through the guardrail, breaking our guardrail. They've got to get back in the ring, though. They can't win the titles on the outside.
Yeah, you have to win by pinfall or submission. You can't win those titles by just getting a count out or a disqualification.
Bandido trying to fight back, but he's in the wrong corner. He's getting beat down.
This crowd's still behind Bandido, though. Like I said, enemies of the state. You can't stress it enough how much intelligence plays into professional wrestling.
And once again, caught with a big boot.
Nice super kick by Bandido Jr. out of nowhere, and that could be what Frankie Flo and Bandido Jr. need here in order to take this match.
He needs to tag out to his partner, Frankie Flo. Frankie's still very fresh.
There's Frankie getting the crowd into it.
Counter, the super kick. Catching Slater coming off the top. Just, I have no words. He's got to try and tag out here.
Frankie wants in. Frankie wants in.
Like you're saying, he's just a caged animal. He wants to be unleashed right now. Referee up to 7.
Oh, here Slater makes a tag to Alpha. Here comes Frankie. Wow, big shoulder tackle.
Frankie showing off that power. These fans here are outright. They're just insane right now.
Yeah, the fans are erupting. Big splash. Frankie says, get in that corner, boy.
Oh, big splash in the corner. Picking him up in a fireman's carry.
Nice Samoan drop. Float over to the cover.
There's broken
Slater
up
breaking it up.
by Slater. Slater cuts off and throws Bandido to the outside. We've got a 2-on-1 situation here.
Looks like another double team move.
Double DDT.
Wow, huge move right there. Really torquing the neck of Frankie Flo.
Bandido Jr. saving his tag partner, but you're right, the angle his neck bent. I cannot imagine Frankie Flo has to be out of it. I can't believe he's getting up right now. Bandido Jr.
Nice cutter. That should take Slater out right there.
Swinging cutter from Bandido Jr. But Frankie Flo's up. I can't believe this. Right Alpha fight back.
Another super kick.
Big super kick. Into the full Nelson slam.
The flow bomb. And there you have it.
Amazing effort by the enemies of the state, using every trick in the book and cutting off the ring very well. Just no match for the speed of Bandido Jr. and the absolute strength of Frankie Flo.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no shock as to why these guys are both the tag team champions here at ECPW. A valiant effort by the enemies of the state, but fortunately it wasn't enough to get it done tonight.